welcome back to the No Cover TV podcast. Look who's with me right next to me. Tyler Salsman's in the house. We're going to have a great interview and a good time with Tyler today, but I got to talk to you out there. I want to thank each and every one of you checking out the No Cover TV podcast, and especially the No Cover TV show that aired from 97 to 2013. We had a great time on there. A lot of crazy things happen because Big L doesn't edit. Oh, it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun, just like now. So please check out all the audio shows that are on Spotify. They are here on YouTube, and all the great video shows that we're doing, just like we're doing with Tyler, they are on YouTube. So please check out the show. Support these artists, okay? I have a lot to say here. If you want to be on the show, scrolling right below, there's the email. Get a hold of me. I'm usually booked 2 months out, but I will get you on. It's about the music. We're getting all genres, age groups, and all around the world. It's a great thing, great thing. I have some people to thank here, and you know who you are out there. Sandra, you're out there from De La Parra Entertainment, Zeus and Zeus Management, Legion Entertainment, Round the Clock PR, SPM Global Media, Kaipo Entertainment, Adrian Hall Music Management, and Oz, you're out there, aren't you? That's right, from Blindfolded International Management. So I want to thank all of them for bringing their artists to me, to the No Cover TV, to get their music and their story out around the world. That's what we do. We're in, 36 countries right now, and we're growing. Yes, you can't get rid of Big L. A little hard to do. Okay, let me get my breath here, people. What am I going to do next? Maybe Tyler knows. I'm not sure. My 3 favorite words. 3 favorite words. Support these artists. Go to the shows, pay the cover charge if there is one. Get to that swag table, get yourself a CD, an album, a t-shirt, a hoodie, a coffee mug, keychain, bumper sticker. Oh my, it goes on. You never know what they're going to have on that table. And get yourself to that stage and enjoy the show. See if you can stick around afterwards and meet these artists. You never know where they're going to go. If you get an autograph, it's a great thing. And talk to the artists. Yes, and remember, these artists are doing what they love to put a smile on your face. Your smile kicks right back to the artist and puts a big grin on and smile on their face. It's a lovely thing. So, in my mind, the music makes the world go around. It's a great thing. In the house today, the one, the only, the amazing Tyler Salsman is in the house. Oh, yes, all the way from what? Canada.
Yeah, Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia. Is it a little chilly over there?
Well, this weekend it's supposed to go up to 15 Celsius. I don't know what that would be in Fahrenheit, but
that's not much. Well, I'm in Michigan, so I'm pretty much the same with you. It's starting to warm up, but it's still a little chilly.
Yeah, I know. It's still sweater weather.
That it is. Now, Tyler here, we're going to have a great show. We're going to have a lot of fun. And Tyler is an amazing country singer-songwriter. And we're going to talk. I want to find out about him. Now, I have a little problem here. Now, Tyler has watched a couple of episodes, and you all know what I do in the beginning. I don't talk about music. I kind of bring him on a little journey to the past. Tyler's 16 years old. How far can I go back with Tyler? Let's see what we can do here. Okay, 16 years old. And we're going to get into what this kid's about, okay? I can't even call him a kid. I think he's reincarnated. Oh, my goodness. So anyways, Tyler, we got some stuff to talk about, brother. Yeah. You are an amazing singer, brother.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, you are, my friend. So, like I said, we're not going to talk about music right yet. We'll get into that and what's going on now. But, I mean, you're 16, right?
Yeah.
You're not 32?
No, promise.
Okay. Well, I can't take you that far back, but I am going to take you. You can probably remember 5, 6 years old. Can you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you were probably listening to what mom and dad had on the radio and the records, cassette, whatever, CDs and siblings, if you have them. And what were you picking up? Obviously country, but was there anything in particular as far as an artist or a band that you might have liked?
Well, actually, looking back, my grandfather had this old add-on. It was like a porch area that we'd all sit out and have like family gatherings and whatever in, right? And he had this big old stereo, I guess. It was massive, as big as a table.
Right.
It had this. It had a spot for cassettes in it. It had a spot for a record in it. Right. It was massive. It just sat out in his screened hut. And well, we always we'd get together on Saturday nights, and around here, the only time you can really listen to classics is on AVR on Saturday nights. They call it the Saturday Night Classics. So
okay.
That was a big tradition for us, especially for us growing up, because we'd always every Sunday or Saturday, sorry, we'd get together and listen. And I remember always like Randy Travis was one of my biggest, but I always remembered Keith Whitley.
Keith Whitley, really?
I still am a massive Keith Whitley fan.
Nice. Now, is mom and dad country too? They just like.
Oh, yeah, they. I mean, like most people, they like different genres, but country is their main. Just like
is their main. Any brothers or sisters?
No, just me.
Just you. You're an only child.
Yeah.
So am I. So you're spoiled.
Yeah, pretty much.
So was I. No. So, anyways, Tyler. Okay. So you grabbed a hold of the music at a young age there. Now, when you were listening to it, I'm sure you were singing along with the songs, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Any playing any air guitar?
A little bit.
A little bit. Okay. I mean, like I said, you're young still. When did you? How do I say? At what age did you realize I want to be a country singer? I want to be a star.
Well, I learned how to play guitar. I taught myself when I was 11. This is when I really started back in 2020 or 2019, October 2019. And well, a couple of years go by, and I have myself my parents got me a guitar, like a really nice guitar for my 13th birthday, and I played a couple of gigs, and I did a fundraiser that was on live TV. It's called the Hants County Christmas Angels. It's a great. I don't know. I'm trying to find the word. It's a great cause. Sorry, it goes to a families that can't really afford to have Christmas. You know what I mean?
That's
Like
cool.
they can't afford Santa and stuff like that, right? And presents and turkey and stuff like that, right? So
Right.
we raise well, I helped this year. I had a bit of a hand in it this year. We helped raise like I think it was $90,000, which was great.
Oh, bless your heart.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
my
But
wow.
so my first year really playing there was in 2023, that November, and that was back when it was a telethon because it was still COVID, right?
Yep.
So I was playing there, and something just kind of clicked in me, and it was like, you know what, I could get used to doing this professionally.
There you go. Now, you're 16. I mean, I didn't pick up the guitar until I was 12. I didn't figure it out until I was 18. So, I mean, it sounds like you picked up the guitar really quick.
Yeah, well, I was 8 years old coming home from elementary school with a recorder playing Alan Jackson. Right? So that's a
Right.
true story too. I come home one day, I had this recorder. We were working on something, and it was probably like Hot Cross Buns or something, and I was sitting there playing the melody to Drive by Alan Jackson on it. It was pretty funny. So
That's funny. So, why the guitar?
well, I mean, it's you know what? Because everybody played it.
Everybody played.
My grandfather played.
Oh, wow. Nice.
He didn't do like performances or anything. He just campfire guitar, right?
Sure. That's
My,
still good.
my dad played a little bit, and
Okay.
there was always a guitar around. There was always a guitar in the house. There was always a guitar at my grandfather's, right? So I was like, I picked it up one day. Actually, a family friend, his son, his name's Jamie. He showed me a few chords and a couple of scales out on the front deck one day, and I was just like, you know what, this is pretty cool. I want to take this deeper, and I taught myself, and I spent God knows how many nights learning how to play the E chord in the bedroom, right? Like,
I know. I hear you. DCG, right? E.
yeah.
That's good. Now, well, not too long ago, what style guitar did you get? What's your first guitar?
My first guitar, this goes into a lot of different categories. So this wasn't my guitar, but it was an old guitar that we traded for like a Suzuki 70.
Okay, there
It's a
you go.
little dirt bike, right?
Right.
We traded it for that in a couple $100, and it was a Norman. It's a Canadian brand.
There you go, Norman.
They make pretty good guitars. I had that thing forever, and I played it until it was unplayable.
Oh, there you go.
And by that point, my parents were like, "Well, he's getting into it a bit. Like, we might as well buy him something his own, right? Something cheap." But
Sure.
like, I
Right.
remember it's called a Van Gogh. It's like $130 Amazon brand,
Okay.
and I
Right. Right.
remember playing it. I wouldn't have known the difference back then, but I look at it
No. No.
and the intonation is like that. It's crazy. I have no idea how I learned how to play on it,
Right on.
but I remember I'd do all sorts of things with that guitar. I learned how to change the strings and stuff like that,
Good.
and I learned how to adjust with the sound and stuff.
Right.
Well, I remember one day I was like, I want to try a pair of nylon strings on this thing and see how it works.
All right.
It didn't work.
No. You found out the hard way.
Yeah, but it was fun. I learned a lot on that guitar. I learned a lot of the basics, and then I learned a lot about picking and stuff like that. And then a couple years go by. They got me that when I was about 11 or 12, and then a year and a half or two goes by, and I'm 13. It's my 13th birthday actually, and Dad takes me into our local music shop. It's called the Spoken Note. He does instruments and bicycles. It's pretty cool.
Instruments and bicycles. That's pretty cool.
So anyway, he takes me in there, and he says pick out whatever one you want, and I picked out a Sunburst Yamaha FGTA, and it was
Uh,
so good.
oh.
And I played that thing pretty much into the ground. It's got a hole in it now. It's got a Willie Nelson hole in it.
Right, there you go.
Yeah.
Greg, so what are you playing now?
Oh well, right now I've got this Boucher BG52 GI. It's a it's big jump.
Oh yeah, that's a
It's
big jump. Wow, that's
it's so
awesome.
basically it's a bluegrass guitar.
Mhm.
So it's got like a little bit of a larger sound hole and stuff like that, and the
Yeah.
intonation's a little lower and stuff like that. And it's got I'm pretty sure it's Indian rosewood on the back and
Wow.
sides with a spruce top, mahogany neck kind of thing, right?
Oh, beautiful.
It's a
Ah,
gorgeous guitar.
gorgeous stuff, man. That's a sounder. So, okay, we're jumping ahead of ourselves. Okay, I still got to climb here with the young age. Okay, when you started school, did you get into choir at all? Did you get into band at all?
Well, in elementary school, they kind of made you.
Yeah, true.
So, because I went to a really small elementary school. It was like primary to six, and there were like 110 kids.
Okay,
So it was like 20 kids per class, and a class was a grade, right? So you'd have your like grade one, two, and three. Grade
sure.
one would have its own class, and two, and etc.
Okay,
So all through up then, like we always like we had to choose music, so we went into music, and we learned how to sing like Christmas songs and stuff like that.
sure.
We'd go to places like Christmas Angels and sing and
Right,
just be part of
right.
the community, right? And that's what I really liked about my elementary school is because like we always tried to do things that were out in the community. Like we went to our local ski hill, which is actually just down the road from my elementary school, which
Right.
is super cool. So we went
Yeah,
to the local ski hill when we were in like grade three to go skiing and learn how to ski and snowboard and stuff like that. We did
sweet.
a lot,
Good.
but to the band and choir thing, I sang a lot at school. I did a lot of talent shows and stuff like that. And then I got into middle school and I was like, well, band is cool, but I want to learn how to play the guitar, not the saxophone right now. So
Right,
we had a program in middle school called Explore Music. So it
right.
was like you'd get to do things like learn how to play the bass or the drums or the
Okay, nice.
thing, right? And
Mhm.
it was actually quite a popular class because not everybody was interested in playing like the big instruments like the
Sure.
woodwinds and stuff like that, right?
Right.
It was a good opportunity for people who wanted to learn a more traditional style of music
Yeah,
to kind of learn and get to be around that in a class. You know what I mean?
yeah, right on.
And then throughout that, I did that throughout my whole middle school years. So that's grade 6 to 8, and then grade 9 is when high school starts. So that would be your freshman, I think.
Well, it used to start at 10th grade, but yeah, it starts with freshmen now.
Well, yeah. So Now, then I did the explore music then too, but it was different because we were learning about like sheet music and stuff like that. But my I had had a pretty good grasp on like my instrument, like playing the guitar and stuff like that, right? So my music teacher offered me to teach the whole class how to play, and I was like, really?
Whoa.
I looked
Right.
at him and I was like, "Are you sure? Are you sure?" And he was like, "Well, yeah, it gets them away from me for a minute." And I was like, "No,
Yeah, there you go.
no,
Yeah, right.
but so I did that, and it worked surprisingly. Some people were actually catching on pretty quick, and I got 100 that year in music.
There you go. Good way to get that 100.
And then in grade 10, I took band, and I was in the percussion section because it was easy to read.
Yeah, I
So
agree with
yeah,
you.
so we set. So I played anything from like the bass drum, like the big bass
The
drum,
big old guy. Oh,
to
yeah.
the timpanis, to anything.
Okay.
And
Well,
and then this year I didn't get to take music because I had to get all my credentials because,
right.
well, squeezing in because in grade 9 your credentials don't count. That doesn't start until grade 10, so you need like 18 credits to graduate. So and you need like certain ones, so you need like your maths and sciences, like you need 2 sciences, you need 3 maths.
Yes. They're not
So
going to let you slide by, are they?
yeah, so I didn't have a tech credit, a a phys ed credit, or a social studies credit. So I had to take all those. So I didn't get to take a music credit
Oh,
here, which was
okay.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
But next year I'm taking grade 11 and grade 12 level,
Nice.
so it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm I'm in a program at school called the O2 program. So it's called Options and Opportunities. So you have to do an interview to get in, and then
Okay.
like they help you build a resume, and they help you like I have my first aid, my WMIS, my OHS, like all that stuff. I have my forklift operators too, but that's not from that. That's just from work.
Right.
But
I love it. I used to have my own forklift too when I was an industrial mechanic. I'd love to get that thing on 2 wheels. Oh, yeah.
no, there's not enough room for me in the back shop at Superstore.
Look out, here I come. And
So
the way, but I got to just throw in there with the forklift. I used to have to test people on it. And the only
yeah,
thing I would do is throw a quarter on the floor. If you could pick it up on the fork, you passed.
really,
Oh yeah,
that's
flip it on
cool.
the fork. Have you done that?
No, I don't
Put a
think I
quarter,
have.
put a quarter on the ground, see if you can flip it over.
I will. I'll try that.
So, anyways, let's continue here. Okay, so you're in school now. Like I say you're 16 right now. We got a lot to go. Okay, now I listening to your music and stuff. Wow. Okay, holy, I can't even say it on air, but unbelievable. Now, Tyler, you've got one distinctive voice, amazing deep voice.
Thank you.
Right, it goes great with country music, of course. Now, when did you find that voice? When did you always have a deep voice?
No, at one. Well, I mean, it's. I learned how to sing going through puberty, so
That's what I say, right.
it was
Kind of
like,
changed little octaves there.
yeah, I changed octaves. Like when I was like, my voice really started to change when I was like 12, 13, right? So
Sure.
that was like the peak of it. So I
Right.
was like up here at 11, and then when I was 12, I couldn't sing at all. It was bad. It was a rough scene. But and then 13 I started to come around, and then when I was 14 I kind of found my voice, and it's still gotten deeper since then, like as I mature. I'm only 16, but
Wow.
but I found a bit of a consistency that I can, even like if my voice is changing or whatever, right? I can still maintain like before I would try to sing with like a deep southern accent, and then I was like, I'm not from the south.
You're not south.
I'm I'm from Western Nova Scotia. So so um so I started, like just doing my own thing and finding my own sound, and then
There you go.
that really worked for me. It helps because around here, like around where I live, people have a twang in their voice anyway. Like that's just the way that it is around here. I'm in the middle of the woods,
Are you?
so
That's wonderful.
yeah. So there's a lot of like rednecks and logging trucks and a lot of that stuff, right? So
Right on. All right, Tyler. Now, you pretty much figured the guitar out about 13, 14. And when did you start writing songs?
I wrote my first song. Well, I wrote like I was like 11, 12, like writing like stupid stuff, right? Like
Right,
just
right.
silly songs. But I started actually trying to write when I was 13. And actually, I should probably talk about this too. This is a little plug for me. I got a song coming out on Spotify on another one. This will be my third on Friday. So
Right,
it's
yes.
called Cheyenne, and I wrote it when I was 13. And I've modified it since then.
All right.
Right? Like, and
You're
then
right.
we've changed a bunch of stuff to it and added some instrumentation and stuff like that. And it sounds like a George Strait song, in my opinion. It's like if George Strait and the Eagles and then me all mixed together. Pretty
Wow.
cool.
Hey, we might be able to get Tyler to perform a song or two. We just don't know. If you're
Yeah.
nice enough, people, if you're nice enough. Before we get any farther, Tyler, tell everybody out there how they can find you and your music.
All right, so I have Spotify, Apple Music, all of your favorite streaming services. I have two songs, Chester Road and Go Back, those two that I'm going to play for you here in a few minutes. Um, I can also be found on Facebook, on TikTok. So Facebook is Tyler Salsman Music. Um, TikTok, I'm sure, is the same thing. I can't, dyslexia, right? I can't both or whatever, but, and then
Double.
the same on Instagram, Tyler Salsman Music. I've got YouTube where you can see my music videos. Yes, I forgot to mention I've got one music video out already, and then another one
Oh,
coming out this Friday with the song, which is super exciting.
unbelievable.
Yeah,
Wow.
big projects, big projects.
Big projects. And you're moving fast. 16 years old. You already know what you want to do in life. Where most kids at your age, we ain't got a clue.
Oh yeah.
We're just playing around having fun.
For a like, music career, I want to have a career in music that's sustainable,
Right.
and that I can have, have a
Right.
family.
Exactly.
I can survive on it, right? And
Yeah.
that
Exactly.
is the ultimate goal. My backup plan was to do carpentry, and then I got into the carpentry world. I'm still working carpentry. Like I've got a job lined up this summer to do some carpentry, and I was like,
Nice.
if all doesn't work, I don't want to do this for the rest of my life.
No.
And that took a lot. That was like a big, deep, like insight on myself. And then I thought for a minute, and I was like, well, if I don't make it big, and I'm still going to be playing. I'm still going to be playing around, right? I'm still going to be playing at local festivals in the summer, stuff like that. But wouldn't it be nice to have a career that revolves around music anyway?
That's right.
So I thought, and I was like, well, I could get all my credentials and be a music teacher. So that's my plan
There you go.
to go to school for anyway.
Well, nice. Yeah, because in a couple of years, 18 is going to hit. We got to get out there and do something with our life, whether it's
Yeah, I know,
college.
right?
Yeah, right. So, okay, well, good. Yes, Tyler, you're a heck of an artist and musician. Do not stop. You're on your way,
No, I
brother.
don't plan to. I plan to go see ahead.
I mean, what you've got out right now. I mean, you just have what has it been? A couple of years, maybe a year. You just got these few songs out.
Yeah, well, it's been just about a little over a year since I've had these three songs came out. So Chester Road came out January last year. Um, Go Back came out at about the same time, around like the 5th of January this year. And then
Okay,
I've got the other one coming out or 2 days from now.
That's amazing, brother. That's amazing. Good deal. Good deal. Now, do you have a little journal? Are you writing stuff down every day to make more songs?
Here, do you want to see my journal?
Yeah, yep, I
I'll be
do.
right
I
back.
actually do. Let me see this thing. I want to see what this. 16 years old? Are you kidding me, people? Wow. You keep your eye on this kid. You keep your eye on this kid because he's going to be a star. He already is. So let's see what he's going to bring me here. And then we're going to get him to play a song. Tyler. So I appreciate everybody checking out the show. And here comes Tyler. Let's check out what he's got.
I
Or he
must
doesn't.
have misplaced it.
Oh!
I can't find it anywhere. I need more than spots.
But you've got a book
Oh yeah,
with a lot
I've
of
got a
songs.
book full. Well, it's not. It's getting fuller.
Just get
It's
full
like it's a binder. So
right.
I write on loose leaf because I have big handwriting. So
That's great. That's great.
I keep
Okay.
everything pretty. Yeah.
All right. So, where we're at, we're 26 minutes. We got a lot to cover. So, you think we get a song right now?
Yeah, of course.
Let's do it. Let's see if let's have Tyler play one of his new songs here, or one of the songs. This is going to be great. Wait till you hear this, young man, people. Don't go anywhere. What's up with that?
Alrighty. Well, I might as well do them in order.
All right. Oh, yeah.
So, this is my first original that we put out last year in January,
All right.
called Chester Road.
Chester.
58 clicks a road between towns. Maybe every other 100 feet you'll see a house. A little corner store at the fork in the road. Get your gas, booze, and beef jerky. Everything's closed. And a sandwich in the morning before work. People still say one could move anger. You can't find me 10 miles out of town, stacking wood or writing lyrics down to songs I know I'll never sing. Playing football for the high school team and chasing after all my crazy dreams. Knowing my place is where the boys ain't on the stage. So when they ask me where I'm from, I've gotta say my heart's on Chester Road, where it'll stay. Head first, take it by the horns is the way I fly. I'm proud of where I came from, kind of guy. Might not have billboard lights and city streets, but that's always been fine by me. I choose trees over traffic any day of the week. You can't find me 10 miles out of town, stacking wood or writing the lyrics down to songs I know I'll never sing. Playing football for the high school team and chasing after all my crazy dreams. Knowing my place is where the boys ain't on the stage. So when they ask me where I'm from, I've gotta say heart's on Chester Road, where it'll stay. Well, not perfect, but it seems that way to me. And when I step out on that Opry stage and they ask me, son, where are you from? You can find me 10 miles out of town, stacking wood or writing lyrics down. The songs I know I'll never sing, playing football for the high school team, and chasing after all my crazy dreams. Knowing my place is where the boys and on the stage. Well, I don't know why, but God made me this way. When they ask me where I'm from, I've got to say my heart's on Chester Road, where it'll stay. Where it'll stay. My heart's on Chester Road, where it'll stay.
Oh, Tyler Salsman, everybody. Whoa. Unbelievable, Tyler. Unbelievable. We'll get another one hopefully out of you in just a little bit, but let's get this one. Wow, brother. Whoa. Unbelievable. Like I said, I think you're reincarnated by somebody, brother. Oh, amazing, brother. You know you're a rising star, don't you?
I hope so. I think. I'm
Yeah,
not that confident.
Well, you better be, because a lot of doors are going to open up for you, young man. Oh, yes, indeed. Unbelievable. But school comes first. We graduate, then we work on our careers.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Okay. So that was an amazing song, my friend. Amazing. So we got a lot to cover and not a whole lot of time. Well, let's keep going here. Now, I listen to the music. Now, when do you have a band or are you using studio musicians?
No, well, I have a band, but I don't use them for my music, like my stuff that gets put out.
Okay.
We're more of like we're a cover band. We're like
Okay.
we're bars and breweries and restaurants and stuff like that, right? So
Okay.
we,
Now,
we oh, sorry.
no, go ahead. This is
We
your
have a
show.
lot of fun. We have a lot of fun together, and it's a 5-piece band. It's I guess I'll name them all off now.
Sure.
Our drummer is Travis Barkhouse, and his dad's our guitar player, which is his name's Tony Barkhouse, and we have a bass player. His name's Jeff Goler, and our piano player BJ McKay. And they're all substantially older than I am, but we have a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun playing in like bars and halls and stuff like
Right
that.
on. Right. You're 16 years old. I don't know how it works in Canada, but anybody that I worked with was under 18. I had to bring them in the back door and out the back door after they were done, because you're not supposed to be at a bar at 16, young man.
Yeah, I know. So the paperwork. So if the bar's serving food, you're allowed to be in there until 10 o'clock.
Okay, 9 or 10, right?
Yeah. If you're playing a midnight or like a New Year's Eve show, for example, you're going from like 11 until 2 in the morning. So you'd have to sign paperwork that allows you to be in, but you have to be monitored. Like you have to be with somebody on and off the stage. So
Right.
if you're on stage, you're with your band, but if you're off stage, you have to have a chaperon with you at all
Yes,
times. Like you have to be
exactly.
off the stage.
Right. That's what I had to do with the young acts I worked with. Definitely. Good deal. Now, are you focusing on just putting singles out for now, or do we want to accumulate enough to put an EP out?
Well, that was my plan. My plan was to put an EP out and then eventually an album, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I had an idea. I don't know if I'm supposed to be spoiling this or not, but this is very very vague idea of having 8 to 10 songs to put on an album and release it when I graduate in June. Like not this June, but in June 2026.
Sure.
So I thought, and we could have there was like we could have a song in it about graduation, right? Like because you know how like typically the big musician of the grad year writes a song and then performs it at the graduation ceremony, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was thinking, well, if I do that, I might as well record it and
Yeah.
put a few more songs with it that kind of revolve around like getting older and like going that direction. You know what I mean?
Sure. Sure.
The whole album could tell a story. This is
Yeah.
a idea, and I'd call it Class of 2026. You know what I mean? That kind of thing.
Yeah. Definitely. Now,
Yeah.
does everybody have you played for your friends or have you played at school?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
You
There's a
have.
Remembrance Day ceremony, so it's just like our Remembrance Day is like your guys' Veterans Day. So
Okay.
like we wear a poppy over our heart, no hats, all that stuff, right?
Sure.
So we always have a ceremony, and we always invite some veterans in, and we invite people like that are in cadets in and stuff like that. And I've played at the ceremony now for 3 years now.
Well, that's very nice. Nice
Yeah, I
talk.
do it every year out of
Yeah.
respect.
Yeah, keep. I love doing those shows. That is great stuff. Now, I was looking around, and you're charting a little bit on some radio stations.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, what's up with that?
So we have one. It's the East Coast Top 30. So it's like it's indie artists from the East Coast. You apply to be on, and then people vote for you via a Google. Oh, I don't know what it's called. Um,
Yeah, I'm old. I don't know.
yeah. Anyway, so you put your email in, right? Then you scroll down, and then you click whoever you want to vote for.
Hmm.
You vote, and you can vote on however many emails,
Okay.
that kind of thing, right? So
Right.
Chester Road was Chester Road got up pretty high. It took a few weeks, and then my song "Go Back."
That's a great song.
It is a beautiful song.
Oh.
I love that song.
Mhm.
Not to talk up about my own song, but pretty proud of that one. But the
Yeah.
so that one I got to like number 7 within the first week,
Wow.
and then I've been between number 15 and number 5 kind of thing. You know what I mean? Just kind of like in between there,
Right.
which
Right.
I'm more than happy to be
Oh,
anywhere.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely. Yeah, it would be ecstatic. You need to be proud of yourself, man.
Oh,
Definitely. Definitely. That is great. So now, you need to apply for some awards.
yeah.
Uh-huh. You
Well,
ever?
there's certain credentials you have to have for certain ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
For the East Coast Music Awards, you have to have X amount of hours. I think it's like 20 hours of original, or not 20 hours, sorry, 20 minutes. 20, jeez. 20 minutes of original content, like on like Spotify, like fully released, right? And then
Sure.
you have to have a total of 500 followers on like mixed in with all of your social medias.
Mhm.
So I have to put out a couple more songs before I can get into that one, but I've applied to Canada's Got Talent and stuff like that. And
Good, good.
yeah,
I'm now what I'm holding. I'm going to hold this up. I want you to remember this or write this down. I want you to join the International Singer Songwriters Association.
one
It's
second,
free.
I gotta grab a pen.
He's going to go get a pen. Okay.
Alrighty.
All right. International Singer Songwriters Association out of Atlanta, Georgia. I want you to join. It's free to join. Now they require 4 or 5 songs to be like on Spotify or out there. Okay.
Yep.
And when you have that, now join, be a member because I want you to start collaborating. These people, you need to collaborate. They need to hear your music. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of great award-winning artists with them. Okay, great people. So I don't know if this year we could get you in, but let's get some songs done. Let's get you submitted. And the award show is in August in Atlanta, Georgia. It's a red carpet show. It's a big wig deal, man. So
Oh, yeah.
I can see you nominated for a lot of categories, brother, and I will back you here, man. And I will I will vote.
I
I'll be
appreciate that.
I'll be at the show this year and stuff like that, and I will pass your name around. Like I said, doors are going to open fast for you. Okay. but don't go fast. Take your time. This is your career, your
Yeah.
music. You do it your way. That's
Yeah, no,
right.
it's funny. My girlfriend was just in Atlanta, Georgia, doing a cheer competition.
Really?
Yeah, she just came back a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
Pretty cool.
Okay. All right. Yeah. 39 minutes. Wow. I want to talk about so much, but I want to let's just. I'm going to ask some questions here, some fun questions. Okay. I got to put you on the spot here, and let's see where we go with this. Now, first question. I'm going to let you have two answers on this, and these are people.
Okay.
All right. One alive, one passed away. Who's Tyler always wanted to play with, or step on stage with, and perform with?
Alive is definitely Alan Jackson or Zach Top.
Yeah.
Those guys.
Okay. Yeah.
Zach Top, well, maybe more Zach Top because he's newer with like an older sound, right?
Sure.
But and dead Keith Whitley.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm a Keith Whitley diehard fan.
there you go. There you go, my friend. Now, you're playing out quite a bit, aren't you?
Oh yeah, I've had over 106 performances in the last 2 years, 2 or 3 years.
Okay. Are they mostly the smaller venues? Have you been on the big stage?
Well, I've been on a couple of stages where it's like 3, 4,000 people, but I think that's my biggest crowd.
What do you like better, bigger crowd or smaller crowd?
Bigger crowd gives me more of an adrenaline.
There
Well,
you
I
go.
mean, it's different. I don't know if I'd count this as like a on stage. It was a telethon. We call it Christmas Daddies. So it's the same thing as Christmas Angels, except larger scale.
Large
So
scale.
I was on there for a song or two, and that was like 10,000 people watching, right?
Yeah,
Because it's a massive thing in Canada, or like in the
right.
coast.
That is great, bro. Good deal. So, okay. Now that we got that, now with this next question here, this is kind of why I threw that in. You get two answers on this. Anywhere in the world, two stages you would like to perform on.
Opry, number one.
Yeah.
I love to play on the Grand Ole Opry. And another one, I'd like to play. This is kind of more of a reasonable one. Well, reasonable for like as right now.
Okay.
Um, at as one of the rising artists at the Cavendish Beach Music Festival, which is like all the big guys go there. Like last year we had Tyler Childers. The year before that we had Luke Combs and
Oh,
Chris.
yeah. Yeah.
And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'd love to play there or at the YQM Music Fest, which is the same
Yeah.
thing. They just had Luke Combs and Keith Urban play there.
Well, good. Good.
Yeah.
Well, those are great stages right there, my friend. Definitely. Okay. Where do we want to hit you now? Now, would you like to collaborate with other artists on your music or you on their music?
Oh yeah, of course. I'm totally open to that. I feel
Okay.
like a lot of the time that's the only way that you can really like. I wrote a song with somebody. His name's Kevin Dakin. He's got a few songs out and stuff like that. He's doing really well for himself. And I wrote a song with him that I was a quarter of the way done and I was stumped. Right? I was like, I don't know what else to do with that. So I took it to him and we worked on it together. And he showed me a completely different point of view on ways to write songs and like collaborating. I think is a lot of the times the only way to get better at songwriting on your own.
Right there's the answer. Right, definitely. That is, you grow more. You kind of get outside of your box there. Definitely. That's a lot of stuff.
Learning other people's ways of writing and the way that other people see things is so valuable that a lot of people just don't understand it. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Exactly. I got to throw this out there, and in your heart, your parents are really proud of you or what you're doing, don't you?
Oh yeah, yeah. They tell me all the time.
I'm proud of you. That's great. And I have to ask this one question too. You said it earlier. Grandfather played guitar.
Yeah, he was a massive, massive inspiration for me.
That's good.
He is what my next song is all about.
Great. Is Grandpa still around?
Oh yeah, yep.
Good.
He's still alive and well.
Good. Good.
But yeah, no, he's got this 1995 Chevy Cheyenne, and we used to go around everywhere in that truck. Like, and I mean everywhere. It
Right.
was like, so we live in the valley. It's like, I'm sure you know what a valley is.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, no, so we live, so there's tons and tons of back roads and farmland and all that stuff. And we'd go around and we drive the back roads and we drive around farmland and stuff like that. And we'd, we'd go for hours at a time. And then when I got my learner's permit, he let me drive it. And then he told me he was going to give it to me. So, but yeah, no, between that and him just always having music around, we always like, one of the first songs I learned was "Old Dogs and Children" in "Watermelon Wine" by Tom T. Hall,
Right.
and another one was "Saginaw, Michigan" by Lefty Frizzell. Right, like,
There you go.
so, and it's funny because the first time I'd heard those songs, it was on a John Prine record.
Really?
It was a John Prine and Mac Wiseman record, and they had a whole bunch of those songs on them. And we put it in the truck, right?
Right.
While we're driving around and
That's
stuff like
cool. That is so cool. Now, who's helping you with your PR? Parents? Just you doing it? What's going on?
Oh, my parents. Yeah, I couldn't do it on my own.
It's hard. There's a lot to it. There's a lot to it.
Dad does
Now,
a lot of the booking. Well, he does all of the booking for the most part. There's a couple of gigs that I've done on my own, and like
okay.
a couple of a couple of interviews and certain things that I set up on my own. But for the most part, it's all him and mom, mostly dad. He does all the booking. He helps me a lot with the social media. Like if I'm really really busy and I can't make a write up, he'll help me out and he'll send it to me and be like, here.
Bless his heart.
He's like, here's a base line for you. Build up around this, right? And I was like, yeah, thank you so much. I was stumped. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
Like,
Well, let me throw this one at you. And I don't know if your parents are around and can hear what I'm saying, but you're playing a gig and somebody works their way through the crowd when you're on break and slaps a piece of paper in front of you on his contract. Would you be interested?
I'd yell at dad.
Dad, you
Like, "Dad,
around?
come here, please. I don't know what to do."
Right. You give Big Al a call. I'll let you know.
There's so many. You don't want to sign your name away to somebody that
No,
you can't completely trust.
no. Labels are a lot different from back in my day. And so, yes, you want to be very careful with labels. You want an attorney to check it out. You want to make sure they're legit and all that great stuff. But honestly, the way things are nowadays, you can do it all yourself.
Oh
No.
yeah, indie music. Like, if you look at, this is a terrible example for me because I'm country, but if you look at like singers like Billie Eilish, she did she records all of her own music. Well, she started out that way
Yeah.
in her attic with her older brother. You know what I mean? And she's like
Yeah.
one of the most famous
hmm
artists ever now.
Back in the day, I've heard a lot of great CDs, whatever albums, and they would, record in the bathroom, the closet, the
Yeah,
basement. It was crazy, but the great sounds you could just do. Oh, it is amazing. And Tyler, let's get another song out of you, can we?
yeah.
Let's do this. This is great. Tyler Salsman's going to grab his guitar. We're going to get another song out of it, and then we're maybe a few more questions. And we'll wrap. I appreciate everybody watching the podcast here with Tyler, and of course, check out all the future shows coming.
All right. So this is one that I just released in January.
Okay.
Pardon my voice, I am a little bit sick. I don't know what happens, but
That makes it deeper.
so this one we well, I wrote it because I used to play football. I used to play on the varsity team, and I was a linebacker, and an O lineman and a D lineman. I played a lot. And, so I hurt myself. I took a nasty hit and I tore my ACL, and it ended my career. It ended my career.
Yeah.
And well, I just kind of I've recovered. Like, I had my surgery and stuff like that, but I'm never going to be able to play football again, right?
No.
So this is kind of like a song about looking at the past.
All right.
Things that you can't go back on, but you wish you could.
There you go.
It's
There's
called
Tyler.
Going Back. I couldn't go back to those bushfire summer nights. 6 years old was way too old to need training wheels on your bike. And a pink sunset melted the heart and soothed the mind. 'Cause at 8 years old, your only worries were getting caught up past your bedtime. And the evening breeze cooled the summer air. Can't tell you how much I wanna be there. I miss the old times before bad decisions lasted your whole life. And I didn't wonder which path was wrong or was right. When love was in the family and our hearts were all pure and true, I miss the days when the world wasn't so damn cruel. I know there's more than bitter tears and angry fights, like when there was more sand on the beach than in my mind. And hurtful words can be taken back by a simple I love you, back when that was true. I miss the old time before bad decisions lasted your whole life. And I didn't wonder which path was wrong or was right. When love was in the family and our hearts were all pure and true, I miss the days when the world wasn't so damn cruel. I miss the days when the world wasn't so damn cruel.
Oh, man, Tyler Salsman, everybody. I think everybody shedded a tear. What's up with that? Great song, my friend.
Thank you.
Unbelievable. How many you got under your belt to put out there still?
Well, I have a few, but some of them we don't know how to advertise them. We don't know how, you know what I mean? Those kind of things. So it's like
Sure.
we've got 3 or 4. It's just thinking about the way that we're gonna advertise it so that it's like a 16-year-old could sing that song. You know, a lot of party songs, right? Like,
Right, exactly. Now, I have a question. You play out a lot. You did the big stage. You've done the small stage. Now, let's say you were on the big stage in front of that 10,000 people. You're at the mic. You start strumming that guitar. You start singing. And people are turning around. They're going, oh, they're swinging, swaying. They might be dancing. Most of
yeah,
all, they might be singing your songs back to you, and they will someday. But when you're on that stage and you see those people loving what they're hearing, how's it hit your heart, make you feel, Tyler?
oh man, confidence.
There you go.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It makes you feel so great to know that
Right.
people actually enjoy what you put your heart into.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do know what you mean.
Like,
I remember those moments, and you never forget them. And you're going to have a million of those in your
no,
future.
like every
Oh,
time I come out here and sing around my area, right? I live on Chester Road. That's where the
yeah, that's
song
great.
comes
It's
from, right?
good song.
It's a highway that stretches for 51 kilometers either way to either town, right? And it's
Yeah.
so it's like maybe like a house every like 100 and 200 yards.
Sure, sure. Now, I mean, you're probably just playing around town.
Well, no, not
No?
necessarily. I play up in so I play in Kentville. I've played in all the way the South Shore, southern Nova Scotia. I've played up in all the way up north in Cape Breton. A
Oh,
few,
nice.
right? Like I've played in PEI. I haven't done anything in New Brunswick yet, but I'm hoping to soon.
Good.
And I've played in the city. I've played at like folk fests. I've played at
Wow.
yeah,
Amazing. And you're 16 doing this.
yeah,
Amazing, Tyler. We're going to get wrapping this up. Everybody, Tyler Salsman's in the house. You keep your eye on this young man because he's a star. He's already a star. He knows it. He's just not going to admit it, but he's on his way. Oh, yes, he is. Tyler, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I want
thank
you
you.
back on the podcast, maybe 6 months for a year. I want to know what's going on with you.
Yeah, yeah,
And if you need anything, you need your mom and dad have any questions for business or anything, get a hold of me. I
yeah.
don't charge. I always work for the artist. Okay, I'll help you out. Now, let me throw this question out there. Well, we know 5 years from now, where do you think you want to be with your music?
With my music, I
Hmm.
want to be at least. I don't know if you know who J.P. Cormier or Tara Spencer or Dave Gunning is. They're like they're local heroes. You know what I mean? Like everybody in the East Coast knows them. So that's where I want to. That's where I see myself having a few albums out, being on some large stages with like being on that stage at the Cavendish Beach Music Festival before
There you go.
right, like that kind of thing.
Right. I can see you after you graduate opening up for some of the bigger acts, and eventually they're going to be opening up for you.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, brother. Oh, yes. Tyler Salzman is in the house. We've had a great time. Thank you so much, my friend. This is your show. How do you want to end? Anybody you want to say hey, hi to out there?
yes. Oh, there's a list.
Listen, it's a show.
I want to say hi to my girlfriend and her family. I don't know if they're watching. I know she isn't because she's at cheerleading right now. And I want to say hi to Haley, Mitchell, my grandfather, Pappy, Laura and Polly, my parents, and yeah, that's. And I want to say, like I said to my girlfriend's parents, and yeah.
There you go. Tyler, give them one more time. Tell them where they can find you and your music.
Alrighty, so you can find me Facebook, Tyler Salzman Music, Instagram, Tyler Salzman Music, um, TikTok, Tyler Salzman Music. You can find me
So,
on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, YouTube Music. You can find me on YouTube, Tyler Salzman. You can find me anywhere.
there you go, everybody. Check out Tyler Salzman's music. It's just, this kid's amazing. You keep your eye on him because he's a superstar. He's a superstar. And be forewarned when you're on that big stage, if you see a big bald guy running up there, that's me because I'm going to join you.
Yes, sir.
That's right. I
Come
will.
on up.
I will, brother. I will. So, anyways, we're going to get out of here, people. Check out all the future shows and check out the past shows. Definitely. And support these artists right here. All right, Tyler. Thank you so much. Let's just say peace to everybody. We're out of here. Peace.